How you doing this evening? Thank you for the introduction. My name is Sir Bowtie, also known as I. Johnson, Ian J. the Natural. But for tonight, I'll be Sir Bowtie. I am representing the Georgia Tech Black Alumni Organization. They mentioned it as BAO or GTBAO. And as they were speaking about ASU, it kind of took me back a little bit, maybe like 1995, when I first got to campus and I was in ASU as a social affairs chairperson, which basically means that I threw a few parties and I had a little fun. I think that I don't want to go too far back, but I think it is Black History Month. And Black History Month, if I'm not mistaken, was started by an Omega man named Carter G. Woodson in 1926. And I'm just gonna say, hey Q's. Yeah. So the Q's still in the building, we here. I am a member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity, Incorporated, Bold Delta Kappa Chapter at Georgia Institute of Technology, 1997. So, let's see, that's 1995, 1926, I'm going back, but I want to get back to now and the future. So, without further ado, I'd like to introduce our first act, Mr. David Lee Jr. Give it up for him.
Yeah!
Hello everybody, I'm going to be performing my poem. It's called You and Me. I have a dream that began as this composition came into fruition to embark on a mission to change my current position by means of demolition of the current coalition that forces you and me into submission. My father sat me down one day and he gave me the talk. Not the talk that you're thinking of, but rather the talk of survival. How to thrive in a country where law enforcement is your rival and racism is justified by the Bible. I look at the news and I ponder, how much longer will this go on? When will a new era dawn and police officers are no longer pawns of racism spawn? I look at the media, that century-old depiction of coons and black men like Denzel acting like buffoons, and maybe a day will come soon where black men are no longer portrayed as goons, but rather as business tycoons. I visualize a future devoid of barely veiled lies, and black men and women are no longer compartmentalized into the confines of a society that casts them aside. My mother sat me down one day and she gave me the talk and told me the experience of the black woman, where no privilege lies, and sometimes not even black men are on your side, where equality is a roll to die, and they're subject to slander due to the thickness of their thighs, and when it comes to money, they do not receive an equal share of the pie. Ethnic names are toyed with like a game, and eyes of gold and bronze encapsulating their dreams are shamed, and skin like brown syrup from a pine is as damning as a crime. Black women spend quite some time in their prime, and as I compose this rhyme, I realize white women spend a fair amount of dimes to make their hair look like me and mine. My friend sat me down one day, and he told me how it feels to be black amongst whites, feeling as if it needs to code switch to coexist, copying mannerisms as if they're printed on a disc, and yet they are the ones to be first, even if they are not the ones putting others' lives at risk. Drawn by the allure of the American dream, not realizing that it is not what it seems, but rather a scheme to trap black people like you and me in a state of a sweet, sweet dream like cream. And no, my friend, I'm not mad at you. Let's just say that we both seen Get Out and we know the common theme. Maybe white people are just not accepting of you and me. We come from a society where people like you and me are jailed disproportionately for throwing up C's just like these. And we are, and the shooting of a black man is still recorded as a simple fatality, and inequality is our reality. So therefore, I hereby decree that I have a dream where we can throw off our chains and stand up straight, where equality is no longer a debate but a mandate, where we embrace our differences rather than conform, and black presidents with black hair and black skin is the norm. This is the world I'm attempting to form. So I ask you, what is your dream?
All right, let's give it up one more time for David Lee Jr. I am now pleased to welcome our next artist, Dad Busta Jumbo, to the stage for a rap performance.